Good morning, brothers. Go Punch has a question. Hey, play a question about club game. Thank you. Because anything about club game is a good question to me. Hey, I just want to know more about approaching on the dance floor. I enjoy dancing and approaching on the dance floor, even if they're not choosing. Sometimes they dance, sometimes not. But my question is hoe chasing on the dance floor okay to do? Or should I chill and wait for eye contact before dancing? I like dancing to music since I started going to aerobics classes and working out. How the aerobic class is going? I used to teach that for 24 years. I would love to go back to it. I'm a high energy person, so going to dance clubs is awesome for me. You're going through the same thing I went through. Should I just chill and only dance when getting eye contact? Any advice would be great. I love your advice. And even if you leave YouTube, I'll still get some of your products on your site. Side note, the dance floor is a cool place. And I recommend everyone who doesn't go on the dance floor is missing out. Dancing is a great energy production. One love. Okay. I've said it for a long time now. You probably missed it. I don't have a problem with hoe chasing for dances. It's not like you're trying to fuck her. You're just trying to dance like I was years ago. And a lot of guys just love to dance, so they want to go find dance partners. Also, there are girls that just love to dance, as long as you don't put the pressure and try to pick them up afterwards. Only way you want to do that is if they give you the correct type of eye contact during the dance, the correct type of signals during the dance, which I'm not going to go into. I'll bet you every time I say this, the hoe chasers will go out there and start hoe chasing and try to buy the girls drinks afterwards and fuck them. Those kind of people just cannot learn. They don't get it. So I'm not going to worry about them. Go Punch, knock yourself out. Get dances with as many girls as you can. You're what's called a beat boy now. And those are guys that like to go to the clubs just to dance. If you get favorable signals during the dance, then do the rest of it. Okay? But don't worry about it. You're not hoe chasing. As long as your intent is just to dance. See, hoe chasing is when your intent is, oh God, she's so fucking hot. I gotta fuck her. I gotta have her. Versus, damn, this is a good song. We're gonna find somebody to dance. Oh, hey, let's dance. See the difference? Adam Gaffney. I'll bet you, before I go on, there are going to be a bunch of dudes that use that as an excuse to hoe chase. And it is what it is. You know, you reach some of the people, can't reach them all with the light of truth. Question, what is the next best place to meet women? I'm on parole because I used to fuck with drugs. What is the next best place? Well, what are you coming down from? You must know that I'm into nightclubs. So nightclubs, shit, just go outside of your house. You meet women. Bookstores, if you read. If you have a hobby, look for women in the hobby. There are events that go on. If you check in your local newspaper, like not the newspaper, but the local newspaper, like ours is called Sacramento News and Review. It has all the outings going on. Just go to one of those outings, like if they have a concert in the park, stuff like that. Let me think. There are weddings. I don't recommend the mall because women are in a certain state of mind. They're in that retail state of mind. They need that retail therapy. And if they don't have packages in their hands, then they're not satisfied. So, damn, it's just so many places. There's happy hour. I met a girl at a movie theater. I'll go into a movie. I met a girl just recently in the park. Well, she actually approached me, but everywhere. Okay. But if you want to make it easy for yourself, when my son got out of mini kitty lockup, he used the internet. He used actually Craigslist, to be exact. But he did the internet thing. And that's one of the best open 24-hour nightclub type of thing you can choose. So go to POF, take out a profile, don't put up some jailhouse pics, put up some nice pics. Tinder is the new one, actually, I should say, because that's a hookup app. And that's where people go to hook up. So if you look good, the females will choose up and they'll want to hook up. Okay. Adam Gaffney also asked, question, what is the, oh, it's a double question. Got posted twice. Master King Fit, hello Supreme. Master's here. I don't know if you remember me or not, but I just want to say keep up the good work. No, I don't remember you. Master's King Fit. I understand why you are leaving this community. No offense to the Caucasian males, but they don't understand the fundamentals of dating, even if when they are in demand due to having a higher social economic status. Anyways, I signed up for the ZeniMax University forums and didn't receive email confrontation. There is an admin on there, and you want to send him an email, okay? He handles all that type of stuff. I go in, I do a podcast show, and I answer some questions, and I leave. I don't handle the forum. If you got through PayPal, you should have gotten your email, though. So something may have happened to PayPal also. My last question, I want to date older women, but I often come up shorthanded due to having a baby face. I had a baby face too. I even grew a beard and it still doesn't work. I'm 26, by the way. I'll be 27 next month. Actually, I think it's your attitude, because even with a baby face at 29, I was dating a female that was in her 40s. So your attitude has to change. I wish I had Jovina's video still online, but she talked about in that type of situation, because she dated younger dudes at one time, when she first got out of her marriage. It's not about relationships. A lot of young guys, you get hooked up on the chick, and they don't want that necessarily. They just want the sex and the fun. So if you act mature and don't call attention to age and don't act like a kid, like playing video games, all the kind of shit that you guys do at your age, it can work out. Dress like a man when you go out to meet them. Go to older clubs where they play older music, and you shouldn't have a problem, because the older women want a younger dude because it makes them feel like they're young again. So it shouldn't be a problem. If you go to older clubs, present yourself the right way and act mature, you won't have a problem there. Ask them to dance, do the same stuff I do on the dance floor, and just take them right to the club. Me from 07, in response to your question on Asperger's, I was put under the Asperger's label when I was 9 by a child specialist, and I have no problem remembering the past. My earliest memories were from the age 2.5. Okay. So just my older brother just chooses not to remember the past. Whenever I recall an event, whether it's 5 to 15 years ago, I'm able to know the exact year a lot better than my own father. It's strange that your older brother says he doesn't like being stuck in the past, because my biggest problem is reminiscing on my past too much. Well, he has this cancer now that's in his bones and blood, so he doesn't want to think about the past. I always thought with a high IQ, those guys really could remember the past. But I guess that's my superpower. J.A. Novak, sweet Jesus, you have the patience of a saint. Quick question, player. I am getting tons of choosing signals from a young and very pretty black woman. Is the game the same? Yes, the game is the same. Okay, except with sisters, you got to be a little bit harder, more of a leader, more masculine, more dominant. She likes what you're presenting. Step over and ask her out on a date. Okay. Right now, running a quite kind of quiet kind of game. Would like to get to know her. I run that kind of game because most men slobber, talk about themselves. I'm offering a different choice, and she's digging it. Thanks for the information. Yeah, just ask her questions about herself. When you open your mouth, ask her questions about herself. If she asks questions about you, answer a quick question, then turn around, ask her more questions about herself, and she'll dig it. Payson Jane, thanks for the reply. And to be honest, I only just started cold approaching to get myself used to talking to women after being afraid to even look at women for years. I don't have a problem with that. If that's what you're doing, it's an exercise. And watch, a bunch of guys are gonna go out and do that, cold approaching. For some reason, I had an inferiority complex, and it was so bad that even when I had girls giving me choosing signals, such as constantly looking at me, smiling at me, and even approaching me like I was a girl, LOL, and flat out telling me that they like me, I would bitch out because my mind would be so full of irrational thoughts such as, I'm too dark-skinned. You need my confidence program, okay? You definitely need my confidence program. Go to my store, get my confidence program. It's only $37 now, down from $57. And it's only for the summer. Hopefully you guys will take advantage of this and get shit handled this summer. I mean, come on. How long can you be sitting there afraid to do things? Try something. It's going to be July tomorrow. That means the first month of summer is gone. There's only 2 more months officially. Actually, only a month and a half left before school starts again. So you should be doing something. That's one of the things I really don't like about the YouTube environment is that a lot of you guys are just YouTube watchers. You don't really do anything. You don't try to better yourself. All the stuff I talk about, you don't take advantage of. You don't go out there, you join Toastmasters. You don't go out there and do the stuff that I say do. And it gets frustrating. And after all these years, since my first channel, 2007, it just gets frustrating. I recognize that like Nitrell doesn't have any money, he's living with his parents, but Nitrell, that's your problem, your fault. You can go get a job, you gotta just keep trying. Somewhere, somebody will hire you, somewhere, or go to a larger city. So for all you males, I blame you for just sitting there and not doing anything. Nitrell, he's trying a different path, the lack of money path, and where has it gotten you? You're still in the same boat. I want to see you get a fucking woman, Nitrell. I don't want to see you become a player. I want to see you get a girlfriend. Because I know that when you get a girlfriend, you are going to be so fucking happy. Imagine let me go back to when I first started dating Jovina for a short period of time. I woke up every morning just happy. I think I talked about it in my shows too. Yeah, I did. My past shows episodes. I woke up every morning just happy. It was like a strange feeling. When I was in the game, I didn't wake up every morning happy. I woke up, enjoying my life, but I just like this special buzz about me that this is working. This works for me. This is good. Then my little brother got sick and things changed, but let's see, I'm too dark-skinned. No girl would ever want me because I'm boring and not a thuggish type of black guy. She thinks I'm cute, but she'll leave me because I'm too social. Do my program. You're doing okay, but you got to get rid of the bullshit. I'm a 21-year-old virgin. The only reason I figured I should cold approach is because I'm from the south side of Chicago, Chi-Town. And that's what I see other black guys doing. Yeah, all day long. That's what they do. Now, what condition are those black guys in their lives? Exactly. All day long. I approached 6 girls, got 4 numbers. Surprisingly, the numbers I got were real. I set up dates with 2 of the girls and girls this upcoming weekend. One girl Saturday and another girl on Sunday. Good job on that. I'll take your advice though and become the best version of me I can be, so I won't waste time chasing hoes like a dog in heat, and so I won't get the reputation at school as the guys who harass women all day. Good. Keep those dates. Obviously, you have a certain look that's working, pacing on females. And as I said, hoe chasing is a looks thing. If you have a certain look, basically good looking, females are going to choose up. Your closing ratio is much better than the average guy that comes to YouTube. Okay. If you can handle the rejection, knock yourself out. But recognize that, well, if you can handle rejection, you won't have a problem. Because rejection, guys can't have rejection. They absorb the negativity. Their lives turn negative, and I don't want all that kind of stuff. I have had people hoe chase in my assignments before, though. One fellow that's on my forum, I think I talked about him yesterday, Autistic Savant. He's actually going to start doing private with me now because he's developed the look I told him to get, and it's working for him. Adam Gaffney. Player Supreme saved me from a terrible life. Using 7 steps and how to make women come, I sealed the deal with my starter hoe. Made her come only 2 times. That's okay, by the way. Some women can't just come endlessly. Okay? 2 might have been just her fucking limit. 1 was probably limit, and you got into the second one. Yeah, see, 1 before sex, 1 during. Got to step that up, but I used to come in 2 minutes. I owe you my life, because if I didn't get it together, I was going to get back on drugs or go crazy. In my product, How to Make a Woman Come, I teach how to make a dick last longer. I teach you what worked for me. If it didn't work for me, I don't teach it in that book or in most of my other books. The only one that I will say an exception is my confidence course. That I did research on what was working for other people. And I did audio files teaching you what was working for other people, how to go into your head, go back, like when you have anxiety, go back to your anxiety starts with a fear, by the way. This is to Adrian. Anxiety starts with fear. And when that fear gets so bad, it creates the whole shutdown of your brain where you start hyperventilating and breathing hard and fast, stuff like that. So if you learn to handle fear, you'll learn to conquer your anxiety. Nitro, guys, fuck, you gotta use your time. YouTube has so many tutorials up for everything. Don't just watch funny videos. Learn something, exactly, that's what I do. I don't watch funny videos, but I watch things that'll teach me something. 90+% of the time. There are times when I watch the fail videos. Like yesterday, I watched some of those. It showed up in my recommended, so it caught my attention. And I've watched them before. Bully fails. And I've watched some of those before. I've watched comedians. Steve Hofstetter. I've been watching him, the redhead Jewish guy. He was actually ragging some Germans in one of his routines because they thought he was German. And he said, I'm Jewish, actually. And someone, I guess raped one of his ancestors, said it, and gave him the name. But they were hecklers, and they were German and all that. And anyway, he busted them up. Night Shroud. It takes a lot of time and effort for women to look like they do in the clubs. It takes hours to get ready. Yes, I'm glad you're aware of that. So when you go on a date, at Night Shroud, he had a chick that liked him on POF, and that kind of fizzled out. I'd like to see that happen again. Well, that's time not to fizzle out. Next time you get a female, but you don't have the money to get coaching with. But shit, let me know when you get a female that contacts you. And I'll help you craft what to say. Just you. Let's see. He goes, I watch you. I more listen to people who have posted golf rock music and stuff like that. I'd rather see you playing this stuff. Nice round. He also says I was MGTOW. I got sick of it. Inside to man up and change. And he was. He was actually one of my biggest haters. I don't know if he trolled me, but I do know he was one of my biggest haters at one time. Right, Nitro? And look how he changed. And I have no problem with someone that changes. Supreme, being ENTP. You know what? I did that too there, Michael Nolan. I learned I was a ENFP or something like that. And I used that to start evaluating. It's too much thought. You're thinking too much. I did the same thing, like analyzing my life and thinking about my life and how being an ENFP, and I was thinking from that perspective, instead of just being myself. So be careful of that, the night route. E and blah, blah, blah. It can be hard. They say we are the most, see, I did the same thing. Look at it. We're like this, supposed to be like this. And I couldn't be like that all the time though, because I had other variants to my personality. The most awkward types at times as we think, and not only that we daydream a lot. Yeah. Okay. What does this do for you in the area of women? What does the information do for you in the area of women? Does it help you get women? No. It just talks about you, which is a form of vanity. Be careful of being stuck on vanity. Just talking about yourself, thinking about yourself. I'm like this, and the ENFP is like that. Don't do all that, okay? I did that. So I know where you're coming from. Read the information, appreciate it, and move on. Keep doing what you're supposed to be doing, what you're supposed to be doing. Right now, you're supposed to be with a female right now. You shouldn't be talking to me. You should be with a female. And you said you hooked up with females. You should be trying to make those females a girlfriend, because you need a girlfriend right now. And a girlfriend will keep you off of YouTube. I don't know if you guys eat pancakes in your country, but imagine a girl making some nice fluffy pancakes for you with lots of butter and maple syrup on them and some eggs. And I don't know if you guys eat bacon, eat the porco, but some nice crispy bacon and a nice warm, hot cup of coffee. I can't eat that stuff anymore, and I miss it. Nice, light, fluffy pancakes with the butter on them. I always cut mine into sections, like my dad taught me. And then put the syrup on top so it seeps down through the cracks. Then you take that first piece, you dab it in. I like mine swimming in syrup and butter, and that taste, that first bite. Made by a woman with love. Now, don't have a woman who's pissed off and angry and I've told Julia, don't bother making dinner sometimes. She comes home all fucked up because that energy transfers to your food. Okay. So made with a girl that loves you, that cares about you, and it just tastes that much better. That's what you guys need. So a female will take care of you. Imagine you're having lunch and she made you a tuna fish sandwich. And she cut the bread diagonally for you and put some chips on your plate and a nice warm bowl of tomato soup on the side. and she's talking to you, watching you eat her food. Now, there's one Portuguese girl I dated a long time ago. Damn, we had a song that goes between us. This is immature, going back, to youth, when a male and a female will have a song. And hers was, I can't remember the name of it, like New Shoes. New Shoes, I Can't Wait. Yeah. Because I played that song in my class. She was one of my students. You know how the beat is. Yep. I Can't Wait. She would make food, and she wouldn't eat, and she would just watch me eat it. That's females. That's woman. And that's what you need, Michael. All of you guys need that. To wake up on a Saturday morning. Imagine, what do you do when you wake up on Saturday mornings? And your boys call you, hey, we're going out to this breakfast place, get something to eat. And you show up, they got their girlfriends, and you got nobody. Or even worse, they don't have anybody, you don't have anybody. And you guys all show up, a gaggle of dudes. Desperate dudes. I think that's worse than showing up with a guy who has a girlfriend. Maybe that was worse, because you got to sit there and watch those two make lovey faces at each other, and you got nobody. These are your dudes. You can blink at each other and maybe get drunk and party together and do weird shit together. But with the guys, with the girls, and you got nobody, you got to sit there and watch them. And watch the girl take food from her plate, put it in his mouth, and feed him. Yeah. And then they have little code words between each other, and you've got nothing but your right hand. It's all swollen, your wrist swollen, the hand all well lubricated. That sucks. That really sucks. There's guys out there, you walk down the street, see guys out there every day with girlfriends, and there you are, blinking. That sucks. That sucked for me in high school. I fucking hated high school for that reason. All the cool guys had the hottest girls on campus. There I was, and I should have played sports. I look back, I was an athlete, a natural athlete. I taught myself how to do the boxing jump rope in one day from a book. And the coaches were begging me to play, and I could have been one of those sports guys with girls and all the hot chicks. All the chicks that I used to crush on. And see these other dudes, less than I was, with chicks. I'm beginning to sound like Elliot Rodgers. They'll deserve those blondes. Life has to suck ass when you don't have a female to help take care of you. Seriously. Just getting ass every once in a while is okay, but when you ain't got a female there by your side, helping you down your path, as Greece says, to build your empire, that shit sucks. I've been there. I hated being that desperate motherfucker. And then when you're alone, you wonder if people are looking at you, notice you're alone, you overthink shit. I remember going to, I was in junior college, walking around. That's where I met my ex-wife. The girl I had a crush on went there. I hate saying I had a crush because that's feminine, but I liked her in high school. She showed up there, Marjorie Brown, and I still couldn't talk. I remember being so self-aware that I would walk stiff with my back straight, and I would turn my feet in straight. So I walked, being so self-conscious. I know a lot of you guys are doing that shit. All that does is fuck you up, make you awkward. You don't even realize it. Michael Nolan, here's the thing. When you think positive, you're going to be confident anyways. Ouch. Got an infection in my ear. You will give off vibe to people that like you. Trust me, with me, it's on and off. I can't, okay, I'm not going to go into negativity stuff. Good, thank you for the positive stuff, though. Okay? I've been on Michael about his negativity, that, he'll start positive, then his weakness comes out. And that's why I'm going to stop it right there. He also said, it's made when I put out a positive thought. For some reason, I feel good about myself. For some reason, you should find the reason why you feel good about yourself and use that every day when you wake up. And I noticed that people were drawn in by me, even women. And here's the funny thing, because my vibe was so high, I wasn't even trying with the women. They just picked up on the vibe. They could feel it. Exactly. You've got to free yourself. You block yourself. You block your flow, your shine, your light. You're standing in your own light. So no one else can feel it. It's because of this. Overthinking shit. He also says, I'm an intuitive thinker, not an intuitive feeler. I'm an intuitive feeler. I can know someone's true intentions of, okay, that's good, what they're going to do. As your feeler, you can feel their vibe. Yeah. Why they're going to do that or acting that way. It's kind of similar but different. Thinkers, and that's what you do. You think too much. Or like, and then he's giving me what is that personality type? I forgot the original name. Don't tell me. Don't write it down. I'll look it up myself. I'm trying to break you guys up doing nerd shit because women don't like nerds. Sorry. Plant aside. Well, I really don't care if you leave Jovina for the white chick with the boobs. I'm not. As I said, as I announced, this is why I told Jovina to short circuit myself, because the game is still in me. All it took was a little interaction for the game to jump out. And I got the female's life story. Because you mentioned that Jovina did it to other guys in the past. Jovina dumped other guys in the past, yeah, when she met me. I believe, and she also likes bad boys. You don't know what she likes. What makes you think that having Trump as a president for 4 years is worse than living in Mexico? There's a channel called Hidden Mexico. You guys have homework to do, Planet Side. Go watch that black dude's videos. I pay $650 for this home I'm in right now. It's real cheap because her family owns it. Her brother is the owner right now. Mexico, I can get away with an even bigger place for $350. The entire package to live there would be under $600. I pay, well, actually he pays the water, all that stuff. I pay my cable, the cable bill. I don't have a house phone. We just use cell phones. I haven't used a house phone since I lived downtown over 10 years ago. I got rid of it when I got cable, actually. But if America gets even more racist, and I was only saying not as being serious about going to Mexico, I can go live in Portugal in a house on the beach if I really want to escape the country. Jovie's parents have a house on the beach. So if Trump wins, and for some reason the racists are on board with Trump, and he's also a racist himself quite a bit, as you know. The Mexicans, I like the Mexicans. Only a racist would say some stupid shit like that. He might as well said, "You people." I don't know if people are aware who are of the dominant society when you say something like "you people." how you just separated yourself and them. The Mexicans. Anyway, if things get really bad, I actually would think about going to Mexico or Portugal. If it gets really bad, I don't think it's going to get really, really bad if he does win, because it's still America. It's just that white folks who are not blatant racists, they got a little bit of racism in them. And those are the ones who are just, they say they want to bring the greatness back to the country. Some say this country has never been great. So what are they trying to bring back? And I can say that that's true from an African-American standpoint, what was done to my race, that you guys who are Caucasian have no clue of. That's your problem. You don't know. You don't know what occurred and what occurs out there or what has occurred. Like the two guys I'm going to train this afternoon. One's he's 69. The other, he's just a year younger than I am. You know, Caucasian males, Republicans, businessmen. They have no clue. Like, he's not aware that when his father came back from the war with other black men, that his father had got a bill that helped him buy homes, but black people were not, did not get those same bills, the same opportunities. He's not aware of that. That's what allowed him to live and grew up in San Francisco. So I realize it's based on lack of awareness. Dumb society is dumbed down for a reason. They know, the people that control shit know that if you knew all this stuff, your attitude would be different. So they sell you an ideal. They started way back in the 1800s, but in your grandparents' days, they had a show called Amos and Andy. They started showing buffoonery from black folks. And all the stuff that was done, the Tuskegee experiment, they injected blacks with syphilis, and they went back, spread it to the wives, the girlfriends, all this kind of stuff, and they watched these people die. That's a real thing. You guys aren't even aware of that shit. The funding of the drugs in the community, but we did run to it. You know, you can put the drugs there, but we ran to it. The weed, I lived through that portion of it. Suddenly weed was everywhere in high school, everywhere. All of my friends were doing it. I tried it, got high, said, nope, never again. Never touch the shit again. And I watched my friends all go downhill, all of them. Everyone that smoked weed has made nothing of themselves. Every last one. Now, one black dude years ago said, why smoking to become more creative in my job? Wow, they really got his mind. That's just a bullshit excuse, by the way. There's a lot of people that follow Tariq Nasheed, and Tariq Nasheed tries to teach about not smoking weed. And the majority of them are fucking liars. They're blatant, as my dad used to say, pale-faced liars. Pale-face. He was part Native American, I guess. Maybe got it from his dad. I never even thought about that. But they're fucking liars. A lot of the guys on my forum, they're fucking liars. They could be honest. If you drop a weight on their head, they still smoke the weed. They'll lie to you about it. So the media shows only that portion of black society. Then there's people like me. Hopefully, if you're Caucasian, you'll recognize that the people like me are the ones you want to look at, not the weed smokers, the braid in the head fuglies that are saggers. Okay? We're the ones you want to look at and model. Not people like Planet Side either. Not the negative, self-hating blacks. I'm a representative of middle-class Black society, of the way it should be, at least, because a lot of middle class smoke weed. That weed went through all the way up to the top, actors and shit like that with a lot of money. I don't call them high class society. I call the people, and there are 35,000 millionaires in America, Black millionaires. They're high society. I'm lower middle class. So he said, we're on to Mexico, and I'm going to go to the gym, and then go train my clients a little bit. Let's see, what makes you think? Yeah, I don't give a damn about Trump. Don't leave Jovina if you love her. I hate when kids try to give me advice. You're a fucking kid. I'm 57 fucking years of age. When you try to give me advice, it's insulting. Okay? I know how to run my own life. You come to me for advice, not give me advice. Don't leave Jovina if you love. I'm not going to read the rest of it. It was just so fucking insulting. I hate when kids try to give me advice on my love life. Are you fucking kidding me? And he wanted to know, he goes, well, you started talking about Jovina, so I thought you wanted attention on the subject. I took a big dump this morning. No, last night. Do you think I want attention on the big ass dump I took? I talk about a lot of stuff in my shows. I'm known as the Rambler. So I ramble. Somewhere in there in my conversation with you guys, I give you information if you pay attention. Old Black men, we tend to talk a lot when we teach. I accept that title of old Black man. Okay, I don't understand why you call me a kid. Well, I'm 57 fucking years of age. How old are you? I just give you advice as a friend since, one thing I learned, and I don't want to put you down for, using the word friend. I've only got a few real friends, and I value friendship very carefully. I value it a lot. I don't throw that word around. Okay? Or I don't like to throw that word around. So I've only got a few people that I can call friend. And I'm not even a good friend. Now that I think about it, because I don't call my friends very often. Friends, since you give us free advices. You're from a different country. You use the word advices. That's how I can tell. I'm your teacher, your coach. And I'm giving you free teaching and coaching advice. And that's my goal. There are people that I enjoy. If I could, you can't be friends really until you kind of meet each other. But I've met a lot of my students, and I could call them friends because I've met them, and I know the strength of their character, who they really are. Like we were talking earlier about feeling, I can feel when I meet someone what kind of man they are, what kind of person they are. So just by video contact, I can tell a lot about a person too. Let's see. You're right. I am not a player since I think it's pretty lonely and boring to be one. Really? Lonely? It can be lonely because you can never really open up to one female, or you shouldn't. Now, there are a lot of guys that do, and they're not lonely, but I learned not to open up to one female. But boring? God, that's the last thing I ever would have thought someone would have said. That's very unintelligent of you to say that. Unintelligent and ignorant. Ignorant meaning lack of knowledge. not stupid, but lack of knowledge. Being a player is one of the most exciting things I've ever experienced in my life. And I'm glad I went that path, because I would have had a boring life. I was married. I hated being in a marriage. I was working a job that I hated. I would have been probably dead by now from a heart attack, for sure. Because they tested my, I was at Pacific Bell Telephone Company, and they came in, gave a blood pressure test. My blood pressure, they said, was higher than an 80-year-old man's. That's how much I hated being at that job in my life. So I definitely wouldn't be alive right now. I had fun with so many different women out there, conquering them and having fun and having sex and doing things. Women, I've traveled. I've done fun sex stuff. The whole hunting process was fun. Going to the club and making that eye contact. That is, you can feel excitement in my voice. That is, when you make that eye contact and you know, you fucking know, and you walk over, it's exciting. You walk over and you take it by the hand to the dance floor. You have total control. And you put your hands on the traps and you're dancing with her. Then you start getting a little freaky with it. Doing some body where you pull her in. And you got that. You take her home, and then the real fun begins. You're probably not having sex. And you're probably, pissed off about it right now. I'm not sure if you said I think you said you had girlfriends versus team members, and they have all cheated on you. So you have a negative view of sex. Obviously, you weren't doing it good enough. You might want to get my product, How to Make a Woman Come, so they don't cheat on you. They become addicted to your dick, no matter what size it is. I'm a male. I wasn't shallow. I never cheated. Woo! That's why I don't want to be a player, since I feel bad for cheating. That's your program. By the way, that program was put into you, okay? That program was actually put into you, and you're running the program. I had the same program. Yeah. I told myself I didn't want to be like my father. I changed the program. Okay? I changed the mental program in my head. You have the European White Knight program. And that's what you're on. You act like some kind of badge of honor. You think being a player is shallow. I influenced the lives of multiple women. I gave them the best sex they ever had. I got thanked for sex, not cheated on. I got thanked for it. Okay? I brought pleasure into women's lives. Pain too, but I brought pleasure. That's why I don't want to be a player. I don't find that manly. See, he got that old program, fellas. I don't find that manly. Let's see. God said, be fruitful and multiply like the cattle of the field. In those days, man had more than one wife. He was fruitful. He had multiple wives and kids. You're on the program that came later on, when church and state got together and outlawed multiple marriages. I'm coming from real history here, by the way, to tell you why you are the way you are. Why you got the sucker deal. The kings wanted more for their harems. That's why it was done. And the church went right along with it. Before that, men had multiple wives. He had tons of kids. I am more manly than you will ever be, because you spend your energy on just one woman and you get fucked around by her. See, I spread my energy around because I had a lot to spread. If you only got that much, that's okay. Maybe you're made for just one woman. I've got an ocean full. So if you have low sex drive, that's kind of feminine to me, actually. Okay? You can try and justify it all you want to, but when you look at the science of it, low sex drive, you only have time for one woman. Now, this is going to be kind of rude. If you're Caucasian, you're not going to like it. But if you look at the Caucasians' birth rate, they're in a negative birth rate. I'm giving you truth. Google it. Also, their sex drive is going down. Study the average time that they have sex. I believe it was it wasn't once a week, once every 2 weeks or once a month after they settle into a relationship. So it's no wonder they have a negative birth rate. Also, look at how at early ages they have to do testosterone therapy. Now, I'm not calling my white brothers lack of manhood, but low sex drive is not good. It means low birth rates. Okay? God said, be fruitful and multiply. How's that being fruitful and multiply? Also, a lot of Caucasian folks will wait till later on to have kids. It's intelligent. I respect it. That's what I'd want to do. I actually never wanted kids, but I thought maybe later on in my life. But have your fun, build your house, build your empire, then bring your kids into the world. Some of them do that intellectually. Having low sperm count is not a good look. It's not manly. Okay? So if you have a low sperm count, you might want to check the food you're eating. That might be the cause. I believe that, yeah, you're black, so there shouldn't be any reason for that unless it's in your diet, man. Let's see. He also says no one's going to leave the U.S. for Mexico. Go to Hidden Mexico. It's already been done. And white folks have been doing it for years, by the way. They own houses down there, by the way. Okay? White folks have been doing it for years. I don't know what country you're in, but maybe you might want to catch up. All right? Don't speak out of ignorance because it makes you look stupid. And I don't tolerate stupidity too long. Christian. I think that some men should be content with being single. That way they don't give out that thirsty vibe and focus on work, school, fitness, etc. It'll only be a matter of time till another woman comes into their life. As I've been with 5 different women since October 2015. You've had a lot of females. That's good. Player Supreme is a man. Thanks, Adam. That's from one of my old videos. Wow. Yeah, 2013. That's back when we were redoing the floor here. Ace, I remember one of my exes introduced me to her friend and her boyfriend, and I was like, I think I've done this one. Yeah. Okay. So it's 9:30. Let's see. I can go to the gym, be there by 10:30. 30-minute workout. Come home. Have my breakfast. Then at the park by 11. That'll work for me. All right, fellas, I think I'm done today. Now you see why I get tired of dealing with idiots like this Planet Side. What do you say? Lonely and shallow. I'll bet you I touched women deeper than he will ever touch a female. That even if he's dated for 10 fucking years. Speaking of shallow. So good luck to him on that belief. I'm out, fellas.